Alive.
Go on then, Richard. Start it up, mate. Or Keith, whoever. Go on.
Welcome, everybody. This is Weggy's Hangout, but Weggy's not feeling very well tonight, so he's up to dip out, but so he may or may not drop in later on. So it's down to me and my fellow retrobates to try and keep the show on the road. Not sure how the Q&A is going to work tonight. I'm not sure whether we've got any control on that. So if we do happen to miss a question, then I apologise in advance. Anyway,
I'll try and keep an eye on the questions for you.
Yeah,
Keith.
excellent. Thank you, Richard. So let's just go and introduce yourself. So I'll start on my left, and that's you, Richard. So hello, Richard.
Hello.
Welcome. Okay, next up I've got Skiggy Cruiser. Hello, Skiggy.
Help me, okay, diddling.
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Not bad.
Good.
I'm knackered actually, but that's beside the point.
Weggy's not very well tonight, so I think it's just left to me, and obviously it's just going to help with the Q&A. So we'll see how we get on. Yeah, bless. I told him he was a bit of a lightweight, but there you go. I'll probably kick my head in next time this evening. Okay,
I'm looking the way he does it.
Right, next up is Suffolk Andy.
Hello, everybody. Nice to see you tonight. I think I've worked out something that Skeggy is got a little bit more money in his bank than me, because he's wearing that tank top, so he must have his fucking eating on. Apart from him having his eating on.
Well, he does live on Costa del Skeg, so you know.
It does, doesn't he, Costa del Skeg? I'm just back, just a couple of hours ago from the holidays.
Oh, where did you
Yes, I went to the Isle of Wight.
go? Oh, lovely.
Yes, I got back a couple of hours ago, so I'm bloody knackered. But there you go. I've had 5 days on the piss. So, basically, yes, I can't count how many pints of beer I've put down my neck in the last 5 days, but there's been quite a few.
The strange part is you've been missing for about 4 weeks.
Well, I did notice when I clicked onto YouTube about an hour ago, I had 89 vids to catch up with. 89. I was like, my God.
That's about a standard day, that is.
Well, that's about 5 days I've been away.
Yeah, I think you'd be excused to skip a few of those.
I think I'm going to have to. I think I'm going to get through many of them, but
no.
you know, yeah. So I'm a little bit sort of hungover a little bit, I must admit. But there you go.
Never mind. Anyway, welcome everybody.
We're on, aren't we? So
We are. We've got just one mention in the Q&A. Hello all from Larry Davis. So hello Larry, welcome.
Hello, Larry, mate.
How you doing? Oh, that's Skiggy's grave, not mine.
You forgot who you were.
I don't think we can remove that question, so we're stuck with it.
Are we?
Oh well.
Okay.
Till Weggy gets back. I'll try and spot as new one comes in. It's quite easy when there's only one, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. Anybody got any topics to talk about tonight? I've got one. I don't know if anyone's. I'm sure everyone has seen the new video, the MT10, the new bike from Yamaha, which is I think been launched in April in 2016. So I wonder what people's thoughts were on it. If you've seen it.
What is it then?
Yamaha are releasing a naked version of the R1 called the MT10.
Yeah.
And it looks a bit of a beast, I have to say. I'm not a big fan of naked bikes, but I'm kind of changing my mind now, having seen that thing.
I'll find you a picture of it. Hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll technical guy and I'll technical guy.
I've got 2 jobs tonight. This is not going to work, is it?
No, you're a computer programmer. You know what you're doing.
It is. I think it's an inline 4, isn't it? They've not gone with the triple on the MT10. That would be
okay. Here it is.
It's similar to the MT-01 then.
There it is.
Oh, we talking about the MT10 then, are we?
Yeah.
Straight in there, Kev.
I was just saying, Kev, I quite like the look of it. I mean, I'm not a great fan of naked bikes, but when I saw a picture of that, I thought, oh my God, that's a bit of a beast.
Yeah, it's a nice looking thing. The
Yeah.
the new MV Augusta Brutale is incredible. It's gorgeous. It's so nice. But I won't be owning it anytime soon. So
Yeah. Anyway, welcome, Kev.
yeah, cheers, mate. Are you hosting it or is Weggy hosting it?
I think it's me because Weggy's not feeling too good, so he said he might pop in later and feels well enough. So we may have a bit of an issue with the Q&A tonight because we obviously haven't got control of it. So I'm just saying, for anyone that maybe posts a question, I'm apologising in advance if we don't happen to get to the question for whatever reason because we simply don't have control of that side of it. But anyway, welcome, Kev.
There's the real picture of the bike, although I have to say I can't quite tell the difference between the two.
No, it's definitely a hooligan's bike, isn't it?
It's definitely a hooligan's bike, yeah.
I don't know. I think are they just trying to maybe get on the same idea as the Z1000?
I think they're pitching it against the BMW S1200R because I mean the price I think is going to be just shy under 10 grand, which I think is
Bloody hell.
pretty competitive price really when you consider what kind of bike you're going to get for your money. So I think they're going to be pretty aggressive with the sales in terms of who they're pitching it.
But they're kind of following that insecty look, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like the bloody great wasp.
Yeah.
The thing is though, when I've been on at the other bikes in the MT range, I've felt that I know that they're cheap bikes, but they felt it to me. They feel very plasticky. I think if they're going for that with the MT10, you know, if you're paying 10 grand for it, you know, the S1000R only 500 starts from 500 quid more. So I think they've got to get the quality right on it.
No, I didn't
Is it not a
realise.
triple, is it?
No, it's the same engine as the R1. It's an inline four.
I heard someone mention to me today at work that they said it's got cruise control on it, which I thought was Has it? Yeah, I didn't realise the BMW was just another 500 quid extra. I thought it was a lot more than that.
No, 10.5 grand it starts from.
How much is the MT10?
9,999, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's what they reckon the price.
Yeah, that's what they reckon. Yeah,
that's what they reckon it's going to be.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is a lot of money.
Hell of a lot of money.
But I suppose you're going to get a lot of bike for that one. But you're right, I wouldn't say it was a lot of money. I've never really wanted to spend that sort of money on a bike. I mentioned before, but, you know.
Sorry, I actually tell a lie. Sorry, Keith, to interrupt. I've just done a quick Google, and the S1000R actually starts at 10,200.
And how much is the MT10?
They reckon 10 grand, so there's only 200 quid difference in it. So they're going to have
it's
to
more
really
expensive than my bike.
If your bike was less than 10 grand, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, then. Not as expensive as my bike, though.
I mean, mine is supposed to be more than 10 grand, but it's about how hard you bargain, isn't it?
Yeah. And you got all the panniers for that as well, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's fully faired bike, panniers.
Yeah. I must admit, I'm more of a fan of faired bikes, if I'm brutally honest.
So yeah, I like the nakeds. I love naked bikes. Love them.
I think what I might do next year, I might book a week off work and just book some test rides of different bikes. I'm still umming and ahhing whether I want to get another bike or not next year. I mean, I finished paying off the SP, so I might or I might not. I still love the SP. That's the problem. That's what I'm a bit unsure about.
You need to get yourself on something with more grunt, though.
Yeah,
and then you realise you don't love the SP as much.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think that's why I want to book a week off work and go test riding some bikes, and I think that will probably make up the mind. Because at the minute, I don't know because I haven't got another bike really. So
we could have a go on mine if you want, Keith.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind when the weather's dry road.
It's great fun.
I'd have a go at mine if you can touch the floor.
Well, I'm fairly tall. I've got one there.
I was actually thinking about trading mine in.
Trading yours in?
Yeah, I was. I looked into it to see because with us buying a house and stuff, we want to get rid of the finance on the bike because it's on what's called a PCP. So, what was that? So you pay your 3 years, and then at the end of it, there's still like 3 grand outstanding or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the agreement I've got on mine. So I was thinking, oh fucking hell, I don't want to pay 3 years and then have
Yeah.
a couple of grand at the end of it. I just want to get it paid off. So I was thinking about getting something cheaper and trading it in and just getting a normal finance and paying it off over like 2 years. I looked into it and the payments worked out all right, but I'd stood to lose about 3 grand, about 3.5 grand.
Does,
It's not worth it.
Is it the sort of deal where you get to the end of it and you can either pay 3 grand and buy the bike outright, or you can walk away? Is it one of those deals?
I don't know if you can walk away. I thought it was either you trade it in for another bike or buy it outright.
Right.
I don't know if you're aware, but there's I think it's an EU thing that's coming, and basically it says that you're allowed to keep a bike for more than 6 months. Don't know if you're aware of that one, Kev.
Well, it used to be 18 months. That's why I got rid of the shiver.
But the shiver had special dispensation.
It did, yeah. It did.
With electrics that bad.
I was made up on a test road to try if it come with 3 electric and everything.
I think the rule is you can keep it for 18 months or until the electrics break down 3 times. In the case of the shiver, you could have sent it back after a week.
Yeah. I do love the Tiger, so I'm going to keep it. It's just I stood to lose too much on it, so I'm just going to bite the bullet and stick with it. I mean, we're not like destitute or anything like that. We just wanted to get rid of the finance, really, to concentrate on the house. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Have you not got a finance you can overpay on?
Sorry?
Can you not overpay on your finance or anything?
Not on the policy I've got on the Tiger, no. I didn't realise that. I haven't. So I can't do it. So,
but you can pay it all off if you want to.
I can pay it all off, yeah, but with us ploughing a load of money into the new house, we haven't got the money to pay that off as well. So
I just wonder if it's worth getting a loan to pay it off. As daft as it sounds.
I didn't consider that, actually, yeah, I didn't think of that. I got a settlement figure and it was 9,000, but £3 short of 10 grand is my settlement figure.
Then if you've got any finance on your bike, anyone doing a finance check on it will know there's some finance on it, wouldn't they? So, would it not cause you problems then selling it on if you like taking a loan out to pay it off?
If I was going to take a loan out to pay it off, I wouldn't then get rid of it. I'd keep it. It's the PCP at the end that's got me, because I don't want to do 3 years. Because you can then finance the PCP as well, and then I can have it for another 12 months or whatever. But I don't want more finance, and I don't want to have to stump up 3.5 grand at the end of the policy either. Like I say,
interest rates now are interest rates are so cheap now. It's just nuts.
Yeah, so I might look. I didn't consider that actually, Rich. I might look into that. Yeah.
Is it on a percentage the finance you got?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, it is.
So you'll have Rule of 78 supply probably.
I'll have what? Sorry. Rule
of 78 probably applies. They take the interest that you would have paid over the rest of the finance, and they're allowed to charge you 78% of that if you pay it off early.
Oh, really? Is that what it is? Is that how they work it out?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
That's the maximum they're allowed to charge you.
Oh, you can guarantee it'll be 77.9 that they're charging me.
But that's in your settlement figure anyway, so you know what your settlement figure is.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the letter to come through, so it's got a full breakdown for the settlement figure. But,
I mean, you're probably in a similar position to me finance-wise. You probably get a loan at similar rate to what I got. I think mine was 3.7% or something. It's stupidly small now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know when we had finance on the car, that was low. I think that was 4% on the button actually. So,
mine was just a unsecured loan.
See, sometimes you're better just do. Maybe I should have done that anyway. When I got the ifs and buts, I've done it now, haven't I? So, I've made me bed. I need to sleep in it. So,
yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have been bloody getting new bikes every 10 minutes. People say to me, how many bikes have you? I know, people say to me, how many bikes have you had? Oh, I've had about 8 or 9. Oh, have you been driving a long time, have you? Oh, no, year and a half.
I thought I was bad. I've had 3. 4 is the one I always forget. Have I had 4? Yeah.
4, you've definitely had 4.
See, you are worse than me then, Mix. I've only had 3.
In how long?
I passed New Year's Eve.
I've only had 3 since I passed. Well, apart from I had 1 for a week until I traded it in, but I've only had 3 since I passed. Which is just 2 years and 2 months now.
Yeah, so I'm not far behind him.
That's less than a year each, then, is it?
Yeah. But I've still got two of them.
That's calf, that is.
Yeah, I've still got two. Remember?
I've had 56.
I knew he had something to say actually when I was talking to the sales guys about the Tiger. They were asking me the mileage and all that, and he said, how many miles have you put on it? And I said, it's got about 3,800 on it. And he said, 3,800, and you've only had it 6 months. I said, yeah, why? I said, that's bloody high. I said, it's there to be fucking ridden. I'm not there to look at it. Can I have 3,500 miles? Ridiculous. It always makes me laugh, when you see like bikes that are like 6 or 7 years old and they got about 8,000 miles on them.
They said that to me with the XJ6 because it had about 14,000 on it or something when I sold it. Then they took a step back in amazement. But yeah, you don't just look at it here. Exactly. Product placement.
Marvellous product,
yeah. I just like to apologise to our younger viewers. We've got a live feed to the Blue Oyster Club with Skeggy Cruiser with his.
No, I thought I'd make the effort and dress up. That's all it is. Make the effort, dress up a bit tonight. Not been on for a while.
Admit it, you've not got the heating on really and you're feeling a bit cold around the neck.
The heating's not on actually. I've got out of bath a bit to what blooded. Bit warm over here.
So you go back to that same scenario about bikes. Do you buy a brand new bike or do you buy a bike that's a couple of years old, and then you don't lose quite so much money when you come to sell it? It's like a car, isn't it? I always remember years ago I bought a car brand new, and when I sold it, I lost, I don't know, 3 or 4 grand on it. And I thought I ain't doing this again,
Yeah.
It's just too much money,
I thought that when I got the Z750, I thought this is such a good deal. And then I went and bought the Z1000 SX new, so I didn't learn. There's just something about it when you see it and then you go, I want.
But you've got, like you say, you've got a good deal on it though. So in effect, you've kind of you bought new, but you've paid less than the asking price. So it's like buying a bike a few months old, isn't it?
Well, there's nothing like getting on a brand new bike and riding out of the out of the dealer. I'll tell you what, I've only ever had one new bike, and that riding that down that road that day was something else. That was just lovely. But the point is, it doesn't matter if if you're not worried about losing the money or you're going to keep the bike for a considerable time. There's no problem with it, But as if you just want to chop it in pretty quick, you're going to lose a bit of money, But there's nothing like having a new bike. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
When I bought the Tiger, I made all the wrong mistakes. I made every mistake that you could possibly make. I paid screen price for it. I just got excited and I was like, yeah, just give me the bike now. When can I pick it up? And they were like, you want any extras? I was like, yeah, just give me them all. I was just like a salesman's wet dream. I really was. Absolutely shite. Next time we just get
one finance as well. We'll get more commission for that.
to be fair, when I test rode the SX, I went out on it, quick ride around, came back, got Lisa on the back just to make sure she'd be happy with it because it's going to be the touring bike. And I went out scared her after death. Came back and it was where do I sign? I felt like Jeremy Clarkson. He's power. It's just awesome.
So we do a bit of this Q&A and then then I'll have to probably after 15-20 minutes while I sort the other out.
You want me to go down them for you, Keith?
Yeah, you can do. Yeah.
Hepcat Harley says, "What a fucks?" Actually, right. What if he's on too high? Highwayman says, "Hi Keith and chaps."
Hello,
what about the rest of us? You're just saying hello to Keith and his chaps. You must have the wide-angle lens. I've got the other picture. Larry Davis prefers naked women to Keith in his chaps.
Thank you.
Skeggy, you got a bat attached to your neck, says Larry Davis. Suznet says, "Evening chaps." He probably says he probably does that bit of impression of Guy Martin afterwards, I would imagine. You all seen that video?
No.
Oh, if you haven't seen, you got to get on Suznett. It's quite a few weeks back now, but he did a piss take of Mr. B's video on the MP3.
Mr. B, yeah, sorry, I did see this as well, yeah, the MP3.
I have never been on anything that fast. Bex, I got mine with 10k miles and 14 years old. Was only ridden a few hundred miles a year looking at old MOTs. 4,000 miles on it so far. Yeah, it's supposed to be ridden. How do you get 14 years and 10,000 miles?
You'd question whether there's something has happened to it, like it's been off the road for a few years, wouldn't you, really?
Or it's gone round the clock.
Yeah.
Well, that old CX500C I've got is, what, 35 years old, and it's got 26,000 on the clock. That's 35 years old.
Right, so just get out there and ride it.
26,000. God.
Alright, let's try and finish these off then. So, Suznett, evening chaps. Obviously, these are not in any order because Google's rubbish. Light It Up 550. Sup, everyone. Okay.
Sup.
And Larry Davis, where's Mr. B lately? Is he playing on MP4? I'd like to see that. That'd be amusing.
I would. Right, I'll be back in a bit, guys. All right, so keep yakking about whatever you want to yak about. About my chaps, there's something for you.
Skeggy's gone as well, look. They're all going, they're all leaving us. Oh no, Skeggy's doing a pole dance, isn't he?
I think Skeggy's doing some kind of show for us, but
I think he is, yeah.
That should be on his other channel.
Yeah, Dream Boys, isn't that something?
Oh. Well, Nightmare.
Yeah, Nightmare Boys. Oh, I don't know.
Anyone got any topics then?
Not really. I can't think of anything at the moment. Not really. I know we've got the bad weather coming. They're saying that we've got snow and that coming in. Haven't we at the weekend?
We had some snow yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing settling, but a little bit.
And it's supposed to be snowing for. Is it Biz supposed to be having a ride out this weekend or something? Chesterfield?
Don't know. It's supposed to be snowing here Saturday.
Well, I hope it doesn't rain, or I hope it's not shit this weekend because I haven't been out on my bike for about. This weekend will be 4 weeks, so I need to get out.
I'm same here, Kev. I've not been out in I don't know how long.
It's killing me.
Yeah, for me it's been 4 days. No, 3 days.
All right,
it's a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
It's been about a week for me.
You when you watched your shoulder.
Yeah, it's been about a week for me because, like I said, I've been on holiday, so.
Well, the ride I did was quite interesting. It was whatever they're naming all the weather now, aren't they? So it was area of low pressure Bill or something, and it's supposedly 80 miles an hour winds. So I was doing my chicken strips on straight roads. It was brilliant. just lean it in.
It says there's something about Barney this weekend, isn't it? Or is that already gone?
No, we've already had that. I had that. The other white mate Barney came through at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, Barney. Yeah. Pretty windy. Yeah.
Bit of a clumsy fucker by all accounts.
Fred and Wilma this weekend.
So, is Weggy not moving questions on then, or what?
He's not here.
Is he not?
He's poorly sick.
He's poorly sick, poor old boy. He keeps coughing his guts up. He's got a chest infection.
Silly bugger.
I don't know.
Epcar Alice put another question in. My next Hornet has done 7,400 miles at 13 years old.
Right.
See, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like, what's the point in having the bike?
I agree, but let's face it, you don't mind coming across that to buy it, do you?
Oh no, of course not. No, of course not.
I love that.
When I bought the ZZR, that was what was that? That was in '99. So that was 14 years old when I bought it, and I'd only had 16,000 miles on it when I bought it.
For a 99?
Yeah.
Bloody hell, that is low, isn't it?
Yeah, when I first looked at it, I thought it had been round the clock because the clock only went to 99,000, and I thought it had been round the clock. But he had all the old MOTs and everything. The mileage was legit.
Unbelievable, that.
How much do you think it matters on a relatively new bike? Because with Kev, with me, they step back in amazement at you having a few thousand miles on your bike. But does it really matter?
Yeah.
I think if it's like the difference between 3,000 miles and 30,000 miles, that doesn't really matter. An engine's barely broken in at that point. An engine's barely broken in at 50, 60,000 miles, isn't it? No, a modern engine. I think if you've been round the clock and you're talking, you're getting into 5 digits, then yeah, maybe then. But well, even then, as long as it's been looked after and always been serviced and had all the work done to it, an engine will just keep running, won't it?
Well, the bike I traded in, they've sold it for about 100 quid more than I traded it in with as the trading value, and it went really quickly.
Yeah, I'm not
So
surprised.
I think it just makes you think, hang on, have they just got it completely wrong?
Yeah. But then again, people wanted to buy that because it fit the Calm Bikers bike.
You think?
Yeah.
Either that or whoever's got it has got no fucking idea who you are. It's like, no one cares.
I think that's far more likely. Statistically speaking.
Yeah, I saw my Shiver on the road about a month ago, and it's
Yeah.
still got the infamous biker stickers on the tank. So
Yeah, they're desperately being sanded at, but they're just really not.
yeah, I enamelled over them. They're not going anywhere.
Was it a nice dry day?
It had to be, yeah. The engine was running, so. Yeah, whoever got that, God. No, to be fair, after the last time, they replaced one of the solenoids or something. I don't know. I wasn't really interested as long as it worked. And I didn't have any problems since they replaced that part, to be fair. So.
Don't it bother you when, like you say, you've seen it local? I've always hated it when I've sold a bike and it's ended up near me. You sort of see somebody else riding it like a dick. And it's like, you fucking idiot, ride it properly.
I used to do that.
Yeah, well, you're allowed to do it. When it's your bike, you're allowed to ride it. So somebody else has then got your bike, and you're like, oh. Yeah. I went through a stage of buying and selling bikes, and okay, they were British classics, but every now and again, you'd get somebody would get hold of a calf racer and they'd sort of just rag it too high, and you'd think to yourself, look, there's a certain rev band on them things. Yes, they're meant to be raced, but they're not even in top gear, and they're really giving it some. And you think to yourself, the bike's 50 years old, just fucking go easy with it, will you? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I think most of us, though, when we do buy a bike, get another bike, I always look at the mileage. It's quite important to me. And the lowest I can get the mileage, the happier I am, I wouldn't go out and buy a bike with massive mileage on it anyway. But if it's, I don't care about the age, as long as the mileage is equivalent to its age, You don't want a bike that's just a couple of years old and got bloody 60, 70,000 on it, do you?
No, that's true. That's true, yeah.
But 10 or 12,000.
Yeah.
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 Well, it's nothing, is it, really?
No, not really. No, not on a bike, it's not. No. Definitely not.
I can see where they're coming from, whereas they, what they class as an high mile.
Well, they would say 1,000 miles a year.
Oh, it's ridiculous.
It's a bloody ornament.
Yeah.
So what you're saying then, Richard, a lot of these dealers, like when you took your bike in, they said that was high mileage for its year. So you're saying if you take a bike in that's done more than 1,000 miles a year, they think that's high mileage?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Is that Rob Speed?
Yeah, mine was about 14,000 in a year.
Yeah.
But that's just ridden. I mean,
14,000 in a year?
Well, it's just
over. Oh, that's high mileage.
Just over, wasn't it? No, 2 years. Sorry, 2 years. 2 years, wasn't it? I flogged it.
No, I think 14,000 for 2 years is a bike that's been loved and ridden.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had mine 6 months, and I'm on 3,800 now, and it's been pretty much laid up for the last 2 months because of the house and stuff. So, if I was riding it as often as I normally done, I'd probably been close to 5,000 on it now.
Yeah.
So I'm probably looking at about 10,000 a year on mine. When I got rid of the Shiver, that had 8 on it, but I had 2 bikes. Remember, I was using the 2 bikes, wasn't I? So,
I mean, since I bought the new one, I've put about 1,500 on both on each bike, about 3,000 in total. So that's over a couple of months.
See, both of you to commute on your bikes during the good weather or whatever,
Well, I work from home, so for me it's just going out and riding.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And I work from home twice a week. I only commute 3 days a week.
Yeah.
So.
I was going to say, and only time I go out on the bike, everything is social riding for me. It's so it's. But I still tend to put sort of between 6,000 and 8,000 on.
Well, that's what I don't get. Even if it's sociable riding, just going for a ride at the weekend. Like when I went up to Richards for the weekend and we went riding.
Is everybody getting mugs now? What's going on?
I've had my mug for a long time.
Have you?
It's my old sticker, look, see?
Why's that sticker?
I don't need a mug. I'm already a mug, so I don't need one. So.
No, it's a proper mug. It's just the designers from the old sticker.
I was looking into mugs before Benny Boy Biker got me, before he got his done, and it was just like put it on the back burner sort of thing, because I couldn't find anywhere that was, dare I say, cheap enough.
I think I got mine from Vista Prints. I think it was about £5 or £6, I think.
Yeah, expensive.
Yeah, pretty cheap.
Although you can get them from other retailers, of course.
That was cheaper than that.
Yeah. I think
Sorry, Kev, I interrupted you there, but I couldn't let that one go.
No.
I can't even. What was I saying?
Yeah.
Something to do with mileage on bikes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because we were talking about like sociable riding, weren't we? Like when I went up to yours for the weekend, the day we went riding. Although I was there for the weekend, we only spent 1 day riding, really, didn't we? And we did over 200 miles that day, didn't we?
Oh, I'll get them for 300, I think.
I think it was. It was a fair old day, but and that was just it was a long ride. Well, it was a fairly long ride, but it wasn't like we were hammering it or anything like that. It was just a ride for the day. So if you're doing that, especially over the summer, if you do that, say you've got kids and stuff, and say you only get the chance to do that once a month, that's still a few thousand miles a year, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Got me
Everyone's got mugs. Fucking hell.
Yeah, there you go. Somebody bought it for me for my birthday. It was a birthday present. Something handy, mug.
Right, hang on a second. I'm going to get a mug.
You can't just stick one of your stickers on a blank mug. That doesn't count.
Yeah.
I've only got one.
We know what his stickers are like, though. He'll put it on a blank mug and it'll come back. It'll be the in-ammo bike because bits will have fallen off. No, that ride we did when I went to Wales. I ran the bike in just on that trip to Wales.
Yeah.
I picked it up, took it home, went for a quick ride, did the Wales trip, then took it back and serviced it 'cause it had the 600 miles on it.
Yeah.
It don't count, Kev.
You can't stick a sticker on. That's not the same.
You can. There you go. I've got a mug as well now. Cheers, gents.
Yeah, but do you get people buying you your subscribers buying your presents?
I barely get subscribers. Never mind people buying presents.
You got a bell?
A Guardian bell.
If anyone's going to have a bell, or at least the end of a bell, it should be Kev.
I'm running low on stickers. Actually, I need to get some new ones printed.
I got a present from one of my subscribers. Very nice of him, and I'm going to have to put a video out.
Have a shit on your feet.
Steel fabric. I would imagine somebody else has probably got it as well.
That kangaroo pouch.
I have a kangaroo scrotum.
Yes. Part of the club.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he's trying to tell us.
No.
So you're saying you've got a scrotum and a bell end, Skeggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've never had a present of any of my subscribers. I usually just get abuse. Abuse and dislikes. That's what I get.
I'm pretty sure when we gave you a bed for night, we gave you a present of letting you have a cover on your duvet.
You're lucky you got a duvet. Do you know we gave you the blow up bed and it started to collapse?
You put bed on the end of that.
It started to collapse. It was at about 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought, I'm pretty sure there was an inflatable bed under me before.
Yeah, the same thing happened to me. I completely forgot about it, and I took it to a friend of mine. A friend of mine's the other week. We all had the poker night there, and I went to bed half pissed in my blow up bed, and I woke up a couple of hours later like a hot dog, all wrapped up. Horrendous. And then I was still pissed. I had to try and get out of the bed. It was like the Krypton factor.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It wasn't good seeing a fat, half-naked man try to get out of a deflated bed.
So you got your dartboard up there, Kev?
I have, mate, yeah, I have.
How's your darting going?
It is. Not very well, to be honest.
I'm just looking at that now. No, it's not, is it?
Well, that was a game around the clock, and to be fair, there's a bully, an outer bull, and then like a 7. So no, not very well.
But you were going for the 12.
I was going, yeah, well, yeah. So yeah, not very well. My game's not really improving, truth be told. But I'm enjoying it though. It's nice. It's relaxing. Yeah, mate. I keep doing it wrong. I keep like snatching my hand, and it just goes off. Not very good.
Right, we got any more comments in here at all?
Christ, there's loads.
Bimbo Boy Blue said, "Evening all. The DRZ I just bought is an 07. Has got 1,169 miles on the clock. Came from a nice collection of 9 bikes." Larry Davis says, "Skeggy, your ass does look big even in them. Got soaked last Saturday and off out on Tuesday to work. It's only water."
Well,
frozen water in. Okay, so I think. Larry Davis again, 27,000 miles. Done 27,000 and done 4,000 in 6 months, and it's 17-year-old. Okay. I think he's ridden a 17-year-old for 31,000 miles or something.
Top job.
I'm sure that's against the law.
Yeah, it's not fair being.
Except in Skegness, because they do a lot of railway.
I think what he's
as long as
saying.
it's a relation.
I think what he's saying is it's done 27,000 in 17 years, and in the last 6 months he's put 4,000 on it. I think that's what he's saying.
I preferred my explanation. Here we go. Hepka Harley. When you insure your bike, do you have to specify the expected mileage that you will do over the year? Yes. I said 5,000 miles, knowing I'd got 2 bikes, but actually did over 7,000 on a Hornet. Would that affect my insurance cover, do you think? Yes, you're not insured, mate.
Yeah, if basically you're insured to that amount of miles. If you go over it, you need to increase it. To be fair, though, it's usually just a formality. Just phone them up and they'll change it. Yeah. They might charge an admin fee if they're a shit company.
They usually increase it a little bit as well, don't they, for the extra mileage?
To be quite honest, even that's a con. It's not worth it. You may as well just sort of put 10,000, 12,000 or whatever, because the amount you save in the first place just isn't worth it. I mean, you're not saving like £10 or £20. You're saving £1 and things like that, and then it costs you £10 to whatever up to the next stage.
When I first insured the XJ6, when I only had the one bike, they said how many miles? I said, I don't know. What difference does it make? And she said, I don't know either. So I said, all right, we'll call it 6,000 then. And she told me a price. I said, all right, call it 6,500. She said, no, it's only in thousands. Okay, call it 7,000. And went up by about £1. I said, well, call it 8,000. It went up by another £1. And I did that up to 12,000. So 11,000 was one price. 12,000, it went up by about 50 quid. All right, 11,000 then. But I mean, on that thing, presumably, I mean, obviously legally you've got to do the right thing, but presumably if you're servicing it yourself and you're not writing down the mileage, how would they know? Mm. I mean, if you say you're doing 5,000 miles a year on a brand new bike, and you bin it after 5 years and it's got 100,000 on it, they'll probably work out that you've cheated. But they never, when you insure it, they never say how many miles has it got on it now, do they?
No, they never ask for the mileage, no.
So I think it's only your first year of insurance it'll matter on it. Yes, in the first year I did 20,000 miles, but from now on it's going to be 2,000 per year. Honest.
Yeah.
Did Vex's question get answered? Well, it's not a question, is it? It's a statement.
The 10,000 miles and 14 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do these disappear by himself after a while? Because there seem to be fewer than there were a minute ago.
I don't know if people are able to live with themselves or not.
Stop mumbling.
You're mumbling, son. Mumbling.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah, rather. Is that better, chaps?
Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, jolly good.
Jolly good, yeah.
Jolly good.
What are you doing, origami, Kev?
Yeah. There you go. Can you guess what it is yet?
I'm guessing it's your notes for your exam tomorrow, mate.
My notes for my exam tomorrow. There's my notes for my exam tomorrow. There you go. There's my notes.
Are you allowed to take them in with you?
Yeah, it's an open book.
Well, it's easy.
Yeah, I can never understand that. An open book exam. What is
Shut up, Keith. The only chance I've got of passing this is the fact that it's open
I know,
book,
but
and I still have got very little chance.
It just makes a bloody mockery, though, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't.
But that's how you'd actually do the job, though, isn't it?
Yeah, real life.
Unless it's a network problem and you don't go on the internet.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, truth be told, I know very little about computers, but I use Google very well.
Are you good at cutting and pasting? That's all that
Yeah.
matters. You'd be a software developer then.
Okay, so has anybody noticed what David has just put in the
Yeah,
Skype?
it's just started, hasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
He said,
It's all very well,
MOT.
David.
He said,
Put
look
it
at the MOT.
Yeah, I'm saying put it in the fucking Q&A so everybody can see.
Yeah, he is.
Well, he has, but nobody's noticed.
No, he noticed, no, that's why I Skyped it.
What? Oh, hang on. There's a comment here from Who Am I UK number 1, Dave. They look at the MOT for the year for the miles. You could still frig it though, couldn't you?
But if you've got a new bike, you haven't got an MOT for 3 years anyway.
Yeah, but you could still fiddle it anyway, wouldn't you? Just make sure your insurance starts a week after your MOT, and just tell them you did a Europe tour.
Well, would Cat fly though? I mean, have they asked to look at his MOT certificate?
Aren't they changing it this year as well? So it's 4 years.
They were talking about doing something, weren't they? They were talking about making it every 2 years as well, weren't they?
Something like that. I'm sure I read somewhere that they're changing it for, I don't know about bikes, but for new cars, that it's going up to 4 years.
Yeah, new cars they're thinking about.
You know, just think how long VW will be able to get away with this shit now.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Talking about emissions, I always found it a bit annoying that bikes don't seem to have that emissions clause in them. So my bikes cost 4 times as much as my dad's car does to tax, which doesn't seem to make any sense. But you see, they're looking at turning it into a flat rate from a year or two away, aren't they, for cars?
Yeah, but then again, everybody does the same thing, don't they? As soon as you've got a bike, you whip the standard exhaust off and all the sensors. Bypass it, put a power commander on and an aftermarket exhaust pipe and go, yeah, fuck you!
But they're talking about making it a flat rate for cars, aren't they?
Really?
So unless you've got all these people who've bought a hybrid, it's just going to be classed as a car. So it doesn't matter if you've got a hybrid that does, well, I mean, I was going to say 100 miles per gallon. They don't really do it. We all know they're a bit rubbish. But it doesn't matter whether you've got one of them or you've got a Ferrari or a big Land Rover or anything like that. It's going to be the same amount.
Well, that's
apparently.
Because I can tax both of our cars for less than it costs to tax my bike. That's annoying. Because the bikes go like it used to. Because it used to be on cars, didn't it? If it was like less than a 1.4, it was a certain amount. Now 1.4 to 2 litre before the emissions come in. But now on bikes, it's still similar, isn't it? It's basically, what is it? Less than a 125 is X amount.
Up to 125, I think it's 17 quid.
Yeah, and then 125 to 600 is like 50 odd quid, isn't it? And then
Something
600
like
and above is nearly
80
quid, isn't it? Yeah.
It's worse than that, though, isn't it? Because now they've started doing it by what kilowatts it produces. You know, and it's like it's not an electric engine. You know, I'm sorry, my bike does not produce kilowatts. It produces brake horsepower. You know,
old money.
brake horsepower and torque.
I'm surprised you don't talk in cubic inches instead of cc.
That's more American, that. Although there is no replacement for displacement.
Hello, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Dave.
You know,
Evening.
Dave. I was gonna read out Bimble Boy Blues comments, but I'll leave that for somebody else to read out because I don't need that sampling.
Bimble Boy Blue's got a spotty dick in his mouth.
he has an English after tea cake in his mouth.
Oh, I thought you meant he had a very flexible spine.
Or a big wang.
I don't know whether I've joined the right hangout. Hang on.
I don't know. We had Skeggy dancing in his vest and bow tie earlier. I'm not sure you have joined the wrong out. Right.
I'm not sure where the dancing came from. What?
Hepka Ali says, actually, just realised I haven't, as I had a joint policy for 6 months with the Harley, then went on to a loan policy for the Honda, so I'm fine. I ain't done 7k on the Honda since July.
How can Lord Hepcap write things like I ain't?
Yeah.
Not, sir.
He should be on the Hangout.
I reckon we should get.
Has he ever been on one?
I don't think he's brave enough. I think he's a bit scared.
He uses this excuse that he's not got the understanding of how a webcam works.
Ah.
Which we know is a lie.
Problem is, it'll be pointed at his groin instead of his face. I think that's what it'll be.
I believe a flock of poultry might be riding around in his house. He's just chicken.
Well, I mean, he's got plenty of time on his hands to learn how to work a hangout. I mean, with him not being at work, I mean, he keeps posting those stars in your eyes videos, you know. He used to work out how to do a hangout.
I'm waiting for him to do a video with that cello that's in the background.
Yeah.
It's not a cello, it's a double bass.
Or whatever it is. Big wooden thing with strings.
He can play a bit of slap bass, he'll be alright there. Yeah. Not the only thing he can slap, is it, Mandy? They say Lady Hapcat.
I think it's more like a
double bass and cello, and they both look the same.
It's a matter of scale.
It's a double cello.
Double cello. Yeah, it's all a matter of scale.
I actually think it was a doll's house. That's where he lives. And actually, it's a very miniature violin. That's what it is. It isn't actually.
Well, I was around there the other day actually. We put a video out. I barely remember recording it, but I've seen the video, so it definitely happened.
Was that the one with all the toothbrushes?
It might have been.
Yeah.
Did you have a toothbrush in your video, Keith? I can't remember.
I think I had someone coming across the screen. I put some.
Isn't that kind of the law? You know, if you're going to do an impression of Rich, it's got to have a toothbrush. It's got to have a toothbrush. And at some point, you've got to go, oh no.
I would say it's strange you should say that because I'm pretty sure I saw some toothbrushes when Carl Barker came to your neck of the woods with Tosh.
Yeah, I took some toothbrushes with me that day as well.
With a bald head wig. That was awesome.
Yeah, you always gotta have a toothbrush. That was actually my actual toothbrush, and I dropped it in the mud, and I was because I was looking. You know the bit after the main where I've got crap all over my face, and I thought, what can I put on my face? Because I forgot to buy like black makeup. It's like, what can I put? So I just went into the back garden and just rubbed mud all over my face. It looked like a right idiot. Well, the next door neighbour caught me as well. The next door neighbour caught me then down to the bike, and I'm sitting there with a skull cap on and a beard going, no, gotta look at the back. My neighbour went, "What the fuck are you doing?" So I explained and I said, you know, can I put it?
I'm moving house soon, don't worry.
Yeah, no, I said, can I put this? And I'm going to do outtakes at the end. Can I put this in an outtake? And he said, no, I don't want to be in the internet. I was like, oh, I've got it. He just kind of went in, shaking his head, fucking muttering. Yeah. Because I tried to get it down the side of the house. It's within a semi, and I tried to get it down the side of the house, but the bike didn't fit down the side, down through the gate. So I had to do it in the front garden like a prick.
Can you not mention pricks and semis in the same sentence? It just don't sound right.
It was good fun though. I was saying to Rich the other day, I might make more of those parody ones because I did have a good laugh doing it.
Yeah.
Although I made the right tit of myself, I did enjoy it.
You'll have to do a Mr. V one. I can just do... Don't drop your bike though.
Oh,
It's not worth it.
Yeah. I've got a few ideas to do a few people. I don't know.
Some people don't necessarily take it well, do they?
No, I think I'd only do it for people who would see the funny side of it. I think I don't want to offend anyone, so.
I don't
What?
care.
I've seen some of your videos. What are you talking about? You don't want to offend anybody. Or you say you don't want to offend specific people, but everybody as a whole is fine. Entire groups of people.
What
I
is
don't want to offend people who I like.
You don't want to offend people who might track you down.
What did Southern Fried
So-
Tom put on the internet the other day? You know, it's the internet. Get over it.
So you
People-
don't want to offend anybody you like. Does that mean we're all fair game?
Well, you are, Dave. Yeah.
You definitely are. Have them brain cells recovered yet, Dave?
No, I'm still under the weather.
All you need now, looking at that, from what I can see from here, is a nice Mexican hat. That look right. Wouldn't it?
I've got one of those somewhere.
Yeah. Can what? You're going to frisbee it to Birmingham?
I'm not that. I would have done, but my arm is still a bit sore. You know.
It's also a bit blowy outside, so it might sort of end up in Skegness.
Or Manchester.
Yeah.
Or Liverpool, where Kev's from. Liverpool.
I'm not from Liverpool.
He's from Liverpool.
Pretty sure you're from Liverpool.
There you go.
I reckon if
Darren-
you took a straw poll based on your accent, people would say Liverpool, Kev.
If you had me sat here with the Scouser next to me, you'd hear the difference.
You would.
Well, maybe you wouldn't, but
To be
I
fair,
would.
though, if you took a straw poll based on the impression videos that people have done, you'd think I was from Newcastle.
At one point you sounded Welsh in the video I did. We've got to look at the bike, haven't we?
Oh, I see.
Did you see the one Captain Cranky did?
No, I've
yeah.
not seen that one yet, no.
I just said to him, it just you've done a perfect impression of me doing an impression of you. It's just yeah. I hear some very strange accents. I did not know that I was Irish.
An Irishman who lives in Australia doing a Yorkshire accent. Yeah, it's going to go down well. Anyway.
Fair play to him.
I liked it when he had a grumble at that old lady crossing the road and she
She looked. Come on, love, hurry up.
she stopped to give him a stare. I thought it was brilliant. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I'm out to be it. Shan't be a minute.
It's quite a difficult accent to do, to be honest, a Yorkshire accent. I think it was quite easy, but I find it extremely difficult.
I
Okay.
find it difficult doing English accents. African accents are not
I
that.
kept watching lots of videos over and over again and thinking, how does he say that again? I still never really got it.
I think it depends on what your natural accent is. I think some people are just someone just like flushed the chain or something. Some people are just naturally good at many accents, aren't they? But I think generally it depends on your natural accent. Like I can do, because my accent's quite thick, I can do a Scottish accent quite well. But because I think Scouse and Scottish is quite similar anyway, because it's got a lot of in it, hasn't it? So, you don't really have to do anything. Just put a few beers down your neck and then you're Scottish. So.
What was it you were saying about trying not to offend people?
Yeah, I need to work on that. Must try harder.
Well.
So, what's that you got there, Skeggy?
Did a bishop's finger.
Bishop's finger. Oh,
suits you, sir. Do you like a bit of bishop's finger, do you, sir?
That's sacrilege. You're putting in a Guinness glass, so that's sacrilege.
Yep.
Well, I'm not wasting it. It still had some dregs of Guinness in it.
Oh,
I should have been a Yorkshireman.
Guinness pollutes all. You can't put Guinness in it.
Oh, Guinness is good.
The Guinness was in there from last week.
I've just had a Guinness, cheeky sod.
I tell you what, Richard, I couldn't have done my car biker impression video on the worst day. The weather.
I thought he was going to say
It was a perfect day for the Ranger.
I thought it was quite accurate.
I was sitting in the house thinking, right, it's really hammering down there. I think I ought to go out and do that.
And they got outside. What the fucking hell am I doing?
Yeah. Did you see the puddles? My God!
Oh, dear.
I thought my boots were waterproof. They weren't after that day. I can tell you.
It definitely had a feel of that first run down to Parsons Drove.
Yeah.
With the ever increasing puddle depth of Skeggy's story.
I think that deserves a mug just for the fact that he actually went out in the rain purposely to do it. It wasn't a vlog done whilst he was out. He actually purposely went out to do it. Although knowing it's Calm Biker, the cups that he's got or mugs that he's got might be egg cups. We haven't actually got a physical size to look at it yet.
Yeah.
See how small it is.
Camera now, isn't he?
No, it's huge. Look, it's huge. It's bigger than my head. I'll put it on my head. There you go. You can see how big it is.
Yeah, but we know you're tiny.
It is mug sized.
You even made a YBR look small.
Yeah, but how tall is the mug? Is it 6'4" or 4'2"?
I'm quite pleased with them actually. I think they've come out all right.
Yeah, look good. So Kev's got to do a Mr. B on an MP4.
Have you had any replies?
I think I definitely offend them.
But Skeggy, we've seen Mr. B on the Grom, haven't we?
Yep.
We have, yeah.
Did he manage to touch the floor?
No.
Did it come with a step ladder?
No, not really. No, he didn't.
Did you lift him onto it, Andy?
I helped him.
You give him a hug and just lift him.
Yeah, I did.
Look, I'm surprised Andy's even talking about this right now because believe me, we had to fucking drag him onto it to get him onto it. Oh, fucking sitting on that fucking thing. You've never known such a miserable bastard in your life. We're all getting on it and having a laugh and going, oh, this is awesome, this is it. Look how tiny it is, how tiny it is. Come on, Andy, have a go. Fuck off.
Can't get my leg off it.
You tiny thing.
I look like a fucking elephant on that thing.
Eventually he gets on it and pulls the miserablest face ever.
Oh man, that is such a fucking horrible little bite. Oh, didn't deal with that. Oh, that's horrible.
You loved it.
Got another couple of comments that come in. Both from Larry Davis. Me gonna do calm vid soon. That's quite a good impression right there. And Kev, do Mr. B on an MP4. I'm assuming he means an impression.
I would say it does sound a bit wrong, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Don't literally just do it.
You'd probably kill him.
Imagine him bending Mr. B over an MP4 going, who's your daddy?
MP4's just a video standard, isn't it? So he's literally saying, Kev, do Mr. B and get it in an MP4 format.
Oh dear. I tell you what, did you see those Vespa segways that I posted up on Facebook?
No, I didn't see that.
No.
I've kind of given up on Facebook, to be honest.
I'm going to say, find one of them and have a. Of course, we've got nobody to do a screen share, have we? Because that's Weggy's job to sort of focus it in.
Well, everybody else will have to be quiet while you speak.
Is that it?
Just go. La 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 la.
Yeah, so there they are, look, little Segway jobbies. Vespa Segways. Find one of them and have a go on one of them.
Go on, 5 minutes on one of them.
I'm saying I would be flat on my arse in no time.
I don't know whether that's good or bad. I kind of don't like it whilst thinking it's brilliant.
Well, I'm the same because I wouldn't be seen dead on either, but I'd sort of think, well, actually, it's sort of made the Segway a little bit more cool and a Vespa acceptable.
It's like you've given the rules for building a Vespa to someone, but not quite explained it properly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to have 2 wheels in it. Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I come with
2 wheels, handlebars, you know how it works.
It's like the outcome of a Pictionary competition, isn't it? You know, someone trying to explain something to you, trying to draw it. Thinking, is that what you meant? No, not quite.
It'll do.
Oh dear. Let's be you fucking idiots. Yeah, I just thought.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I just thought it was different.
I kind of want to get one and go to a scooter rally on it. Just go through the field. Hey! Ring, ding, 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 ding. Oh, why you hitting me?
It's going to be one of those Marmite things, a bit like the new MT10.
Johnny 5.
It's looks like more of a bat bike than your first bike was.
I mean, I don't. I would normally say I don't know if I like it or not, but Kev has said he likes the looks of it, so therefore I don't. That's the rule we've got.
Yeah.
There's very few bikes we agree on.
I actually kind of like it, the style and look.
As soon as it was announced, Rich got me on Skype. He was like, "Have you seen this? It's fucking horrible." And I was like, "It's gorgeous."
It's. I mean, you said that other one you sent us was the most beautiful bike you think you've ever seen, and I think it just looks all wrong. It's just
really. Oh no, it's.
I just think it looks like it's been again put together by somebody who didn't. They had the Chinglish instructions, I think.
Chinglish. Yeah.
I want to get a picture of it up.
They're never good on the Chinglish.
I am going to get slated now because I know what bike he's about to bring up, and probably everybody will say that it's brilliant. But I think it looks a bit wrong.
It's not the
failing everything else, it ain't going to go. It might look fast, but it ain't going to go fast because the electrics will fail.
Oh. Hard to find it.
You've got 100 photos of it, haven't you? You're desperately trying to find one where it doesn't look
find the best one. Yeah.
Trying to find it on all those
He's
rookie
trying
pictures
to
you've
find
got.
one where he wasn't parked next to a garage where they're trying to fix it.
That's not the one. That's not the one.
He's getting upset now.
Because he's got to get through quite a few hundred pictures of it looking slightly out of proportion before he finds one on a wide-angle lens where it looks right.
Without the AA or RAC van in the background.
Literally don't know where it's gone. It was on Twitter. Hang on, let me get on Twitter.
There's a website you can use now, Kev. Goggle.
I can't find it. It was on my
Yeah.
Glue. Yahoo. That's it.
Yeah.
There you go. I
Dogpile.
found it. Let me get it big.
Who's deleting these questions?
How do I share my
He
screen?
just seemed to go by
Wait.
himself.
Weggy, I think he's not talking.
Oh, is he? Ah.
He's playing
Sorry.
about with them, isn't he? What the fuck is that?
What is it?
Oh my god, it's something
Yes!
someone's like forgotten to put a bike together and it's still got the bit.
Oh, shut up,
in
you.
Where's this all held together with little bits of scaffolding?
It's fucking gorgeous.
Now it shows a picture where it's angled away.
I like
rather than
Can I say that? I like the wheels.
It's gorgeous.
Yeah, if the wheels were on a bike where they fit, it would be even better,
No,
wouldn't it?
change the wheels. What's that? I mean, that's...
No, that's better.
That's the MT10, isn't it?
Johnny 5 alive!
Exactly.
angled away. There you go.
Oh, look at that! It looks like the back wheel is still putting it in.
I think he's forgotten to put the back bit on. It's half the bike.
I just think it's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Pillion doesn't look too comfortable.
Oh, I'm not bothered. Jen can walk.
Alarm's going
Shit,
off.
she's upstairs. She just heard me.
I'm assuming it's a triple.
Yeah, it's an 800 triple.
Beck says we can delete our own questions. There you go. You can delete
But
that one.
Well, I'll just help out with the questions then. Larry Davis says, "Is that a Meccano bike?"
No, if it was a Meccano bike, it'd be put together properly.
No, please. It's a gorgeous bike.
Hepcat Ali says, "I thought Jim Payne's vlog about Dungeons and Dragons in the 70s was brilliant and a very true reflection of how biking was in that era. I'm not sure how the two things are linked."
I don't think it was Dungeons and Dragons.
D&D, is that some kind of sexual thing?
Drink driving. It was not D&D. It was.
Stop spoiling it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, now I've got one of his to watch, but
I
I didn't
thought
know
you said Dad.
drink driving. I didn't know it was Dungeons and Dragons. Woohoo!
In the 70s.
Let me get my dice out.
To be fair, though, on the Meccano question thing, I think, it's not far off, is it really?
No.
It's a gorgeous bike.
Which one?
The Dragster?
Is it?
Yeah.
Quite expensive, aren't they?
Yeah, 13.5 grand they are.
How much would it be if it was finished?
13.5 grand. That's about 14 grand too much.
One day,
is it one of these self-assembly kits?
I'll have one day, and I'll turn up to a ride out, and all you fuckers will want to go, and I'm going to say no.
Presumably it's a ride out in the Wirral.
No.
Have to be in the warm, in the dry.
What will happen is
20 degrees.
we'll all set out on the ride out. We'll tell you to lead, but you'll be going to one place, but everybody else will be going to another. So you'll go off somewhere, and we'll suddenly diverse off somewhere else.
I reckon it'll be his ride out, and it'll be a loop, but he just won't do it. He'll pretend he has.
I'll meet you back here.
Yeah.
I actually think the bike itself is gorgeous, but the headlight is hideous.
Oh no, it's gorgeous. Everything about it's gorgeous.
Shows the headlight, Kev.
Yeah, just the headlight looks like an afterthought, like they've sort of, I don't know, like it's meant to go with a fairing, and they took the fairing off and gone, yeah, it's alright.
Is it a naked version of a faired bike, or is it just?
No, it's a bike with towing. But there is this is the Dragster R the brand new stock Dragster. The new headlight on that is horrible. I'll show you that in a minute.
It looks
That's
like
the
someone
Dragster RR.
started buying that magazine series to put it together and then give it a halfway through.
They shouldn't have called it the RR. It sounds like you're stuttering and you just can't get it out. Dragstar RR.
Let me show you the stock the new Brutale. And I'll show you the new.
What's with the white wall tyres?
Because they're gorgeous.
It's a bit chavvy, isn't it, the white wall tyres, don't you think?
What?
Pretty
I
chavvy.
don't think the white.
So look, that's the new stock Brutale, and that's the new headlight on. It's like the old BMWs. That's horrible. I don't like that.
I see what they've done there. Horseshoe shaped for look.
It's like a toilet seat.
I don't think they're white wall tyres. I think they're white rims.
Yeah, the white rims. Yeah, the white rims. White spoked rims.
That is an electrical horseshoe for look. They're just hopeful that the electrics will last long enough to actually ride it.
I think I could even forgive that headlight though, for that bike. It's just gorgeous. Everything about it is just gorgeous, apart from the headlight.
I must say the front
like
row
actually,
is okay, but the rest of it.
See, one time a day, nobody would have looked at an MV Augusta. They'd have gone, oh, what? And nowadays they just
Actually look at it and go, what the hell's that?
yeah.
There you go. There's a better look at the wheels, Rich. See, they're actual white wheels, but they're spoked.
I don't like the wheels.
Come on, how can you not find that attractive? Gorgeous.
You know why they put the picture of the one with it on the paddock standards? That's the readiness for the launch in the Wirral, because it'll end up being on bloody bricks, won't it?
It's because if you put the weight on the wheels, they'll fall off.
I'm not bloody Birmingham way.
You sound like you are.
That back wheel isn't even on properly.
If he sounds like he's from Birmingham, where do I sound like I'm from?
The Black Country.
Yeah, that's the proper like I does.
That's the black version.
South
The black
Africa,
version.
Dave. South Africa.
Well, I'm telling you, my friend, this is not where I come from originally.
I just don't see it. Just don't see it.
Open your fucking eyes, it's right in front of you.
Well, I mean, I can see it.
There's no connection between the back wheel and the rest of the bike.
You're all Philistines.
Did you not see the video that Triple Twister did on it?
No.
Triple Twister did a video about probably a month ago saying I've just rode past a bike and fell in love with it. And that was the bike. And I'm like, strange thing is I saw one uptown and went, wow, what's that? I like that. And the only thing that put me off was the headlight.
Oh, they're a proper head-turning bike. That's what I like about them. They're just different. They're just different.
Yeah.
Just completely different from anything else you see on the road.
See, I never understood why you got the Tiger, if I'm honest.
Oh, because it's exceptionally tall. Unnecessarily tall.
Unnecessarily tall, yeah.
Unnecessarily big. No, because Kev's always said he likes a bike to be different, a bike that stands out, something a little bit unusual.
Yeah.
And every man and his dog's got a Tiger.
He wanted reliability.
For a change.
It was twofold, to be honest. It was one was I wasn't expecting to buy it. I really enjoyed riding it. I liked the fact that every other bike I've ridden, I know I've only ridden a handful of bikes, but every other bike that I've ridden, I've always felt like I'm on top of the bike because I'm tall. I've always felt like I'm like peering over the bike, whereas the Tiger just like swallows me up, which I like. So I like that. Yeah,
every now and again
swallow. And it was a lot of fun to ride. It really was. And then I was, it was good for taking Jenny touring and all that as well. But that's kind of out the window now because any more than 80 to 100 miles and she's in shit state. So that's kind of out the window. Should have got a speed triple, really. But there you go.
She's not a fan of the Tiger then?
Nah, she doesn't like it. Doesn't like it. The box.
It's a perfect excuse for a second bike.
Well, the back box vibrates or something, and it hits her on the back, and she doesn't like
Don't
it.
tell me it makes a need away.
I don't know what it is. She just doesn't like it. She hasn't said as much, and I don't think she would because she doesn't want to hurt my feelings. I think, but I think she preferred the Shiver to the Tiger. So.
Well, you couldn't do 100 miles on that, could you?
Well, no. If there was a droplet of rain, you were knackered. If the humidity was above 3%, you'd have no chance. So.
Does anybody here like the Ducati Scrambler?
I liked it in the pictures. When it first came out, I thought, wow, it's a really good looking bike. And then when I saw it in the metal, when I went to Motorcycle Live last year, they're nice, but they're tiny. I thought they'd be like about the size of a Triumph Scrambler, but they're not. They're a lot smaller.
Yeah, they are small, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a small bike. Yeah.
Yeah, I was the same. I'm like, oh, I really like them. And then when we was at the Cobnock show again, Suffolk Andy went, "That's fucking horrible, boy." And I must admit, it's not as nice as it is in the pictures. You know what I mean? And I think it is that size thing.
It seems to be trying too hard, I think. I'm not a fan of things that are desperately trying to be fashionable. As you can no doubt tell, everybody on here has met me knows that I'm far from fashionable.
I couldn't get over the basically what they wanted for it price wise.
Yeah, they're not a cheap bike, are they? Mind you, they're a Ducati, aren't they? So they're not going to be cheap. But yeah, they're not cheap. They're an 800, aren't they? They're an 800 twin, L twin, aren't they? They're not a V twin. They're an L twin. But they don't produce. They're only about 80. They're only about 80 brake. They're not. No,
they're not
powerful.
No.
Have you seen the new Triumph Scramblers though?
The Triumph Scramblers are awful.
It's like no, they brought out a new range called the Street Scrambler or something. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's really nice.
It's more upright, isn't it?
I'll find it for you, Kev.
Yeah, it's more. I don't know. The other one's more designed on the original classic Scrambler. You know, whereas the new one is more.
Oh.
More modern.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't really. It's just when you do a search for Triumph Scrambler, and it says David Beckham. That's it. And that's I am not joking.
It's not what you wanted.
I shall show you the search results. There you go. Triumph Scrambler. David Beckham.
The Triumph Street Twin. It's called. I'll show you the picture. Really nice looking bike.
It's not what you wanted.
Kevin, who's chucking clothes behind you?
That's Jan.
I keep seeing his clothes going flying through.
What are you doing? Oh, let me turn my camera off. She's got to wear.
That's the same scrambler that Del Boy's Garage has got.
Yeah,
that one.
No, this is the new.
No, not
Street
not
Twin.
that one. No, the one you had, the first picture you had on the top left.
First picture I had.
No, Richard.
Oh, I'll close it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the Street Twin is, like you say, it's different altogether.
Yeah.
Looks like a YBR custom.
But it hasn't took them long to get to the stage where they're altering it already.
The exhaust looks like it's in a bit of a. It's not too far up the bike.
That's me.
Oh.
I can honestly say I don't like the look of that bike.
I don't like the look of it at all.
Nasty. Yeah.
But didn't Biz have one when he took his triplet?
No, he got the old scrambler.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
A few comments from Larry Davis.
Hmm?
He likes the new Triumph Scrambler, but he was saying about the Dragstar. Is it Dragstar or a Dragster?
Dragster.
Dragstar. Oh no, that's the Dragster. Yeah.
You would be a star dragging it, and it looks like a fat git squashed it. Yeah, yes, it does.
Well, it'd be even more squash when I got my fat ass on it then.
I think we can all agree, though, that it looks like a fat git squashed it.
No,
I haven't
can't agree with that.
anything.
It's gorgeous. It's absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
That Triumph Scrambler. What was your
No, the Dragster, the MV.
Oh, right. I didn't like that Triumph Scrambler. That's horrible.
What glasses, Ken?
Dave's. Sorry, I mean Andy's sort of person that's still looking out for the old CZs, aren't you? That's what you're after, an old CZ.
I'll have a new bike. I'll have a different bike next year. Definitely.
I imagine you going for you sort of looking at various different ZZR sort of compatible things, you know, along the way. But I reckon you're end up going for, you know, something like the Triumph or something like that you were on about, you know, the Tiger.
No, I don't think I will now. I sort of fell out of love with them. But I fell out of love with every bike after the
You see, you need that riding position, don't you? For your knee.
Yeah.
You need something that's going to give you the oomph.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to do with the. I don't know what to do. I'm actually thinking about selling the Harley anyway. That might go in the spring.
What is it? 1200, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a 1640.
Bloody hell.
Well, I'm not being funny, but yeah, I know mine's only 100cc more than more than yours. You look at the statistics.
Oh Christ, the size difference as well.
On mine compared to yours.
Yeah, mine's titchy little bike, really.
Yeah, I'm going to say the size is on its own, but then you've got the power differences. Yours wins out on torque, but I don't know whether it can't put it down or what, because the 0 to 60 times is yours a 6 speed or what?
Oh what?
Is it 6 gears or 5?
5, I think. Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't ride it that quick again.
Nah, I don't.
No.
But,
it was nice to get back on the ZZR, I must admit. That was just.
It was nice to see you back on it, Andy, actually.
Yeah.
Oh. It was nice to go down the road without your voice going nice and smooth. Even on, I went up on one of the bumpiest roads round here, and I could still speak, you know, without going and getting shaken to pieces.
Would you get another? Would you get another Harley, or do you think no, you've had
No,
it's put you off? No.
No, he put me off. I might. It's a beautiful bike. There's no doubt about it. It's a beautiful bike, you know.
What about the VSR? Are you still keen on that?
No, not really. I don't think that's going to cut the mustard either. I think that's very expensive for a touring bike. 18-litre tank, you know.
Yeah.
You
like the FJR?
No, it's too big. Yeah, that's a nice bike. I think if I went for something, that'd probably be like another ZZR, but maybe the 1400. But there again, my 1200 has got as much go in it as a 1400. So why swap something that is running completely right? You know.
You can't. I mean, what you might need literally is just a newer bike, same model, just a newer bike.
Yeah. I don't know. But my bike's running. It's running absolutely perfect. There's nothing wrong with it.
I suppose with you, Andy, because you've ridden, a lot of years. You've been all the bikes, haven't you?
See, I'm not interested like a lot of you younger guys who like your naked bikes. You know, I don't know if that's the manufacturers who, because at one time that was all sport bikes. Everybody wanted a sports bike. They wanted a one or whatever, and all of a sudden we've had to change over to these naked hooligan-looking bikes with the waspy headlights and everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's us wanting that sort of bike, or is that the manufacturer wanting us to have that sort of bike?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I've always liked the naked bikes. I mean, even when I was like 18, 19, when I first started riding, when I got my CBT and stuff, I could have got a CBR 125, and a lot of people that kind of age do, but I didn't. I went for a naked because I always liked this. I like the style of especially the traditional nakeds, with the round headlight at the front and stuff. Like you say, not with the wasp front end, or not like the traditional, like not a bandit, but that looks like a bandit. You know what I mean? That kind of style. I've always just liked the naked bikes. I don't know why. I just always have.
I'm the other way. I like the waspy ones. I'd love a Z1000 naked. It's an amazing bike to ride, and I just think it looks brilliant. But I don't like it that people are making bikes to look like bikes of 30 years ago.
Yeah.
That's 30 years ago. Stop it.
Yeah.
Make the bike as good as it can be now.
Yeah.
I think you've got that problem, Richard, the same with that Scrambler, what you just showed us. That's a modern bike, but that looks like that came out of the Ark. And it does look like it come out of the Ark, and that doesn't do anything for me. Not at all.
I mean, I had a ride on the Z1000 when mine was in for its first service, its oil change thing. And I mean, it's the same engine, it's the same gearbox, it's the same frame, it's a slightly shorter wheelbase, and it's just a different riding position, and it's a completely different bike. Feels completely different to ride. It's an absolute hooligan. Whereas the SX just feels like it wants to keep powering in a straight line, and it wants to kind of dragster it, if you like.
Yeah.
Because that's how you can just it turns so quickly. It's mental.
Yeah. See, I love the looks of the ZZR 1400. It's just the new one I don't know. It's just got especially. And I don't like green. I really don't.
No, I can't do green.
But the new green.
Well.
but this is it. The new green on the ZZR. I don't know. There's something about it. It's just right.
See, I like the new Kawasaki green, like the really deep green with the metal flake in it. I think is really nice. The old one, like the old traditional, like 1990s bright green Ninja colour, is just horrible. It's like pea soup green. It's just horrible. Yeah. But the new, because it's got like a metal flake to it, and I like what
depends on the bike as well, though. The green on mine, I really like. There's only a little bit of green on the 750. I mean. And that's a metallic, but the ZZR 1400 is gorgeous. But it's a gold flake in it, isn't it?
Is it a gold flake? Is it?
Gold flake. It's gorgeous.
See, Richard, I don't like green bikes. When I see yours, that was green with a black, wasn't it?
Yeah,
and I actually said to you, and I meant it when I said it. I went, gee, I like that bike. I said I like that colour as well. And I said it's unusual for me to like anything green. I hate green.
It's a good. I'm saying.
that matched in together really well, and I like that. And I do like, I do like some green as long as it's got some black in it or something like that. But like Kev said, that old Kawasaki green, that looked like somebody just wiped their nose on your bike.
Yeah.
Pretty awful.
It's a bugger.
Yeah, it's a bugger.
The one I've got, if you take the 750, that's the non-R version, there's the green one. I don't like it. Don't like the green on that, and I think it's the same green. There's just more of it.
Yeah.
I mean, for people who don't know what it looks like, I'll just share a picture. You'll see it's not actually got that much green on it, has it?
How much is the Z1000 naked, Rich? New?
About 8.5 or something. 8.5, 9 grand.
Is it? Should have bought one of them.
If you're not really in the market for a new bike, I would not test ride a Z1000, because I'd bought a bike. Because I came to your ride out to run it in. I'd had my bike a week. I'd borrowed the Z1000 and I thought, I want it. And I still want it now. I've got to pay for the one I've just bought before I buy another one. But yeah, that naked Z1000, it's basically it's like the 750, but it turns quicker and goes quicker. So they've done something, even though it's a bigger engine and a heavier bike, they've done something to it. The weirdest thing about the Z1000 is you can't see the instruments. And I'm not big, but I couldn't see the instruments when I was riding it. The only time you saw them is if you gave it some right hand, the instruments would come up, and then you'd see them for a bit, and then you give it a bit of really.
See, when I was shopping around, when I was starting to learn, and it was, I don't know if I've said this story before. If I'm repeating myself, just tell me. But it was a toss up for me between the Shiver and the Z800. I wasn't sure which way to go, and I really liked both of them. Both of them had a lot of character, and should have got the Z800 clearly, but there you go. But I ended up getting a good deal from the Aprilia dealer. They threw in. They said, if you buy a new bike from us, we'll throw in all your training for you. Less, you'll pay your test fees, but all the training we'll throw in for free. And that was like £500-600. So that's what tipped the balance for me. That was the only thing. But when I sat on, obviously I couldn't take it for a test ride because I didn't have a license. But when I sat on the Z1000, the Z800, sorry, it felt cramped for me. It felt like my hands were really close to my body.
The Z1000 would feel small to you because it felt small to me.
It felt small to you. So it would feel tiny to me then if I was on it.
It felt delightfully small, I would say.
Yeah. See, that's what I like about the Tiger. It just swallows me up, and I don't feel any way. Like when we went for a ride, Rich, and we did close to 300 miles. If I was on the Shiver, my back would have been in bits by the end of that. But the Tiger, I could just sit on it all day long.
I mean, the Z1000 just felt I couldn't see it. That's the weirdest thing, because it gets you in that aggressive position. You're leaning forwards, arms bent, and you just can't see the bike in front of you. But there's something about that is horrible. There's something about that makes it so pure to be riding, because it just feels like it's you being accelerated and there's nothing else going on.
Yeah.
This is what you was on about why make something look old when it's new. This is the new XJR, the 2016.
Oh, that's the new XJR. Yeah.
The 2016 model. And I do think the same. I think, well, is it a 1980s bike, a 1970s bike? Oh no, it's 2016.
See, I do quite like that because I like that style of bike. Like I say,
I like the looks of it, but
I know what you're saying, Rich. They're trying too hard, aren't they? They're trying to be, it's a classic bike, but it's not a classic bike, and it's never going to be a classic bike. So stop trying to be a classic bike.
Everything's gone retro, hasn't it?
Yeah.
It looks like something out of the 70s.
Yeah.
Or early 80s.
Now, I know you're all going to hate this one. But
well, I definitely will, won't I, if you like it.
But, you see, to me, this is what it's about. Don't try and make stuff look old. Make a bike as good as it can be. And this is definitely Marmite. But I would say that this, whether you like the looks of it or not, this is my point.
horrible.
I knew you were going to say that. But
Yeah.
the point is that they've made something that is as good as it can be.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, they have. I just don't.
Fairing doesn't work.
To me, it looks like a Kawasaki, and you know the new Hondas with the big horrible fairings. It's like a Kawasaki and a Honda have had a baby. And that's what they come out with.
There are too many angles on it for it to be nice.
And what is that exhaust? That's huge.
Oh, well, you don't get that exhaust on the British ones.
I must say.
Yeah, but
that's got the Ducati style, that exhaust does. Horrible.
It just look horrible.
Why do all... There's one for you. Why do all stock exhausts just look shit? Do you think they do it deliberately so we put aftermarket cans on? I think that's why they do it. Because they're all massive, aren't they? Have you seen the Booster ones? The ones on the Booster? They're about 19 foot long.
Richard's 1000, I think the exhausts on that are quite nice looking.
See, I quite like the look of them. I don't like the sound of them, but I like the look of them.
But they look good.
There's one for you, Kev. That's somebody's made that. Somebody in America, I can't remember who.
Looks like it's got a baby seat on back.
It's got a bucket seat. They claim it's because of the forces involved, but I mean that's just rubbish, isn't it?
I can only see your avatar, Rich. I can't see your screen.
Can you not? Oh,
is it just me?
I can see it.
I can see it.
No, I can just see. It flashed up for a second, and then there you go. I can see it now. Yeah.
Right.
So, right. Okay. So what have they done? They've taken Is that a H2? Is it?
It's a H2. They've taken the fairing off.
And then put some Z-Town nose on.
Extra gubbins on. And it does look like a Z-Town nose, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How many exhaust pipes does that have?
17.
I was just looking at the down pipes. Looking at the down pipes.
It's a fucking mess, isn't it?
That is horrible.
Yeah.
I thought Kev might like that because he likes their kids.
I do. I'd see that I could ride. Yeah.
I nearly made a mistake then. I nearly made a mistake then and said everything looks better naked. And then I realised the company I was in and thought, no.
Clearly you've never seen me naked.
Yeah, the only trouble with naked bikes is they don't deflect the air properly. So you just can't go as fast.
But that's the fun with it though. You like because you can feel all the wind. It just makes it so much more fun.
I agree.
I had some years ago a 900 Sprint, Triumph 900 Sprint, and that had no fairings on it. And that tried ripping me off the handlebars. As soon as I bought a fairing and put it on, it was sweet and smooth, and I could ride it everywhere I wanted to without any problems at all.
You shouldn't try going over everywhere illegally.
Yeah. But I mean, the nakeds, you can't go as fast without having as much wind blast, but that means it feels faster, so you can have more fun at legal speeds. And you can turn them quicker because they haven't got the fairing generating that envelope that stops you tipping it in as much.
If I can hang on to mine at 130, anybody can. I must admit, mine's down a local airstrip. But it's one of them things. If you can hang on to a cruiser at that speed, because the bars are so wide, you know what I mean?
My little one will do 100 on the autobahn without any problems at all with me on the back.
Your what?
My little 600 will do 100 on the autobahn without any problems at all.
I did 68 on the motorway once.
Yeah, just the once you did 68.
Yeah, rest of the time.
Sometimes you do slow down, don't you?
I did 68 twice, once going up and once coming down.
I just find naked bikes just too much when you get when you get going giving it a bit of the old handful.
If you go in distance, Andy,
you
know, like you do a lot of long distance, riding stuff like that. If you go in distance, then it can just be a bind. You've got no choice but to slow down to the dare I say it, the speed limits.
Well, I learnt my lesson when I went down to the Ace Calf on the Harley, going all motorways all the way down there and back. I just, it's 70 mile an hour was fine, but when I got up to about 90, that was just, oh man, that was just horrific. So, and I was just wishing I'd have bought my ZZR with me, Weggy was on his sport bike.
We know. You whined like a bitch.
I did. I actually did. I moaned all the way down there. And Yeah, the only reason I took it because I knew the other couple were going to have their triumphs. Johnny Captus and his missus were on their triumphs. I thought, well, I might as well go on this. I'll fit in with them, but nah, not for me. No way. But these naked bikes, when you get up the, I like going fast, and you get up the speeds, and you got to hang on, and they make your arms and your legs ache, because you're digging in all the time. Where you got a fairing bike, you can just sit there at any bloody speed really, and you're fine.
Yeah.
You are if you want to go mega speeds.
See, even on fair, I don't think I've been on a bike yet that completely protects me from the wind. I always get some kind of the buffeting around the top of my head.
That's because
That's because you're bigger than the average human being, mate.
Yeah, but you're not far off my height, though, are you?
I'm 6'2".
I'm only 6'3".
Yeah.
So there's not much in it between you and me.
Yeah, but when I'm always said that, I can go at any speed I like and just tuck in, and I'm fine. Yeah. Absolutely fine. Anything over 150, and you're still fine. And then upwards. But
my mate Pete is 6'8", and he's decided that speed isn't for him. He loves speed. It's that it's such a big target. Speed doesn't like him when it comes to wind. 6'8", about 21 stone, sat on top of any bike, and he's like, the wind don't like me.
It's like a big sail.
Video of the Grom.
I'll tell you what, though, there's one or two tall sport riders. In the sport, you take Cammy as a cameo. I think he's about 6'2", and he can ride a bloody bike well for a 6'2" guy. Mind you, he weighs about 6 stone, like a skeleton, but he can still ride a bike well. I don't think that's
Yeah, what's that lad? That Ryan's Life Ride. I don't know if I've ever seen his channel, Ryan's Life Riding. He's local to me. He lives over by Mr. and Mrs. B. Yeah. And he's got a little Wiser there, the little R125 Yam. And he's about 6'6", 6'7", and he just looks like a fucking daddy long leg draped over it. It's fucking ridiculous.
He's watching.
He does. Oh, he's a nice. He'd laugh it off. I've met Ryan a few times. He's a nice lad, Ryan. He'd laugh it off. But yeah, he just looks like he doesn't need to step over it. He just kind of like walks up to it. It's just like.
Yeah, I see that Epcat Arliss states that he actually got the new Hornet. Well, he got a replacement for his Hornet that is smashed up.
Yeah.
All I can say to that is we've seen the pictures on Facebook when you said this is my new bike, going to look at it tomorrow. You've not updated anything on Facebook since.
So we don't know if he's got it or not.
That's it.
He published a video tonight, didn't he, saying he's picking up on Saturday.
Do you know how many videos I've got to get to before I get to that?
That's not my problem.
Stop mumbling.
I've got 89 to get through from this bloody last 4 days.
Monday I had 104 to watch. Tuesday I had 3 to watch.
You delete
that delete button.
delete.
No. I watched them all. I also watched some of my gaming channel stuff that I watched, which are 20-minute episodes, and I got through about 30 of them, I think.
See, I'm only subscribed to about 12 channels, so.
It's all down to the fact that I'm not at work yet, so I've got all day to watch.
Yeah. I'm too busy doing a fucking bathroom. I've nearly done, thanks.
I'm guessing Hepcat has got his, or he's getting his new Hornet because he's put a comment in about it.
Yeah.
Says his new Hornet's got a blob of paint at 30 miles an hour and another at 100, but nothing at 70. Which made him chuckle.
That's awesome. 70? What do I need that for? 100 is where they're talking about taking my licence off me.
That's in a 30-mile-an-hour limit as well.
Yeah, 100 is very important. So you go over that, instant ban.
Yeah.
Larry Davies says he likes Triumph STs. That's all the comments done now.
ST.
That's my only job tonight is to read that. I'm done.
Is that your job?
I'm old, you know.
I'm pretty sure that you was given the job of bringing up any technical help that we needed.
All right, what do we need?
Oh, I've just thought of a topic. Go on, I'll let you finish though first, Skeggy.
No, I was just about to say the 2016 Grom just to make Andy happy, but I'm sure yours is more important.
It's not important. Nothing I say is ever important, but as Jenny often reminds me. But have any of you ever tried one of these?
What the hell?
Have you seen it?
Can
you see it?
Where is it?
Oh, I saw you mentioning that the other day on the.
It's called a chain monkey.
I've got a belt. So no.
So basically, I'll take it out of the box. I don't know if I can get it out of the box. I haven't taken it out of the box yet. Basically, you put the chain through it. How the fuck do we get this out?
Scissors.
There we go, got it.
I can't see how this is going to work on anything but a brand new chain.
I don't know. I'll find out when I get my bike back. So.
Well, you keep saying that, and I get my bike back, and I keep thinking, what's happened to his bike? And then I remember it's down at your mother-in-law's.
Yeah. So you adjust this little doofer, this little screwy doofer here, and then your chain kind of goes through there like that. And if it's got a kink in it, then it's too loose. So you then adjust the chain until the chain's straight through it, and then your chain's tight enough. Then.
Right.
That's what it does. So it saves you measuring and all that kind of stuff. You just kind of plonk it on, and then tighten the chain. But I haven't. It was only 20 quid, so I thought I'd just give it a try.
Only.
See?
The only thing that I would.
When all you got to do is put your finger on, lift it up, and
Me and Dave's bought bikes for 20 quid.
Replacement engines.
But there's like a little adjuster thing, and you do it on for your manufacturer, so it apparently does the chain pretty much the exact tension. So
the problem you got though is that on a chain that's of any age, you can have tight spots, aren't you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. And
So
you're only doing it at one point in the chain.
You're only doing it at one point.
Yeah.
Skeggy, the words that go through my head is all the gear, no idea.
Well, we all know that. Is that a surprise that I've got no idea? Did you see my video?
I would put that alongside the bloody helmet hook in terms of usefulness.
Alongside the what?
Helmet hook?
Yeah,
I
helmet
think
hook.
that's more useful.
You reckon?
Yes, that's Rasnegus. It stops it falling on the fucking floor.
I've had my helmet hook on for bloody months. I've never used it once. Don't like to have that one.
Is that them things that people put on the end of the handlebars?
Yeah, I got given one to review, and he was less impressed with my opinion of it. I said, you've invented something that didn't need inventing, basically.
To me, it looks like a tin opener for somebody who's coming off the bike.
Open your beer as soon as you get off the bike, then.
No, I didn't mean that. I meant to open you up as you're flying off your bike. It just looks. Why would you put a metal hook right in front of you? I don't know.
That's true.
Anyway, there's a 2016 Grom for you all to admire.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
Oh my God, that's nasty.
If Tiff's watching now, she'll be having orgasms, I tell
She
you.
will.
See,
Yeah.
I don't understand why everyone's got like a massive hard-on for the Groms.
Well, no, Tiff finally found a bike that fit her.
Why is Tiff only small as she?
She's the same height as Chaz, really.
Oh, well, Chaz was only like 4'11", isn't he?
He's
So.
about that much bigger than Andy. D.
Yeah, there's not a lot between them.
I don't get the Grom at all. I'm actually with you on this one, Kev. I don't understand the Grom.
No.
No, I don't really.
It looks better on that. It looks better. If they could make that bigger, I'd be happy.
It's well, I mean, you go past people on a Grom and just kind of look at them and chuckle.
I don't understand the market it's aiming for. Is it aiming for the learner market or the
you'd have thought
market or what market?
It's just it's like a modern day monkey bike, isn't it?
Yeah, and I tell you what, it's got such a following. Have you not seen the ride outs when there's like 80 of them? I mean, it's like an 80, sort of 80 bikes all in a row, just taking forever. And it's just like, come on! Oh, it's a Grom montage.
It would be taking forever, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but they are everywhere. But everybody you talk to has got one. They're either in denial or they are actually so much fun. you know, I mean, I get the impression that it's possible they could all be in denial and they've gone, oh, Lord Jordanian bought one of these, they're brilliant. And then they've gone out and gone, oh, well, I've got to tell everybody this is brilliant now.
It's the same as anything beginning with I, like the iPhone. Every single time one comes out, everybody's got to have one because it's a status symbol. That's all it is.
That's right.
And secondly, I haven't seen one yet.
Is that directed at like the commuter sort of, around town and stuff like that, or through London and stuff like that?
Stick it in your boot, Andy.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose, because they're a small bike, but they're not any narrower than a normal bike, are they?
No, you're not going to say to yourself, "I'm going to go touring Europe on this," are you?
No.
They are narrow.
I've watched the videos.
They are narrow in respect that the handlebars are probably about as wide as, I don't know. Well, hold on a minute. Let me get this right. For me, they're narrower. But I'm used to sitting with my hands at 42 inches. So I've been rode the fucking know what's it called? The Diversion XJ. The handlebars on that are about the same as the drum.
So just the normal bars, then, really, aren't they?
If that's normal.
I'd like to see one with a Fireblade engine in it. I think that would be funny.
I've lost count of what's normal now.
There's no way somebody like Kevin or me could ever ride that bike.
No.
There's no way. No, you wouldn't even be able to sit on it properly and get to the gears and the brake and anything. You just couldn't.
You would rather look like you got something wedged up your arse.
Yeah.
You can beef up the suspension, you can widen the saddle, lengthen the frame, make it into a ZZR.
I was going to say, you just get to the point where you go, why didn't I buy a different bike?
Yeah.
I'd like to know how much RJ has spent on his.
I think it's
crazy money on his bikes.
I think it cost him too much.
No, he did tell us the once. I think it was something like 3 times the value of the bike.
Wouldn't be surprised. Well, I asked him once because I was looking for new mirrors when he had the Shiver, and I messaged them asking what the mirrors were that he had on the Husky, on the Nuda, and he messaged me back and he said, what they were, Rimozo or something, and they were £300 a mirror, so £600 for the pair of mirrors, and he's got a pair of those mirrors on each of his bikes.
Yeah.
£300 for a mirror.
One mirror, so it's £600 for the bike.
And they still come loose.
And that's just for the mirror. That's just for the mirror, though. Then you've got to buy like the fitting set for them and stuff like that, and that's about another £50. So it's about £700 to kit out your bike for the mirrors.
You'd be right pissed off. I mean, it's so easy to nick a mirror off a bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you need a pair, just head down to London.
You catch up with a guy and help yourself.
Yeah. Is it the Rizoma ones? Is it?
Rims Rizoma, Rizoma, something like that.
Let's look at Rizoma Elise mirror, £254.
There you go.
£109 for one that's absolutely rectangular and looks like it's out the 70s.
Yeah.
Is that for the pair or just for one?
One mirror.
One.
Why is it so expensive? What makes it so special?
It's got to be something to do with the gold tinting or something like that.
That might be extra.
I don't know, but it's just scary, the money, it's a lot of money.
I think it's worth it in the same way that most designer stuff is worth it. It's just a name, isn't it?
Yeah, mirror's a mirror, isn't it?
That's it.
Sorry,
it's 11 o'clock.
Ooh. Sorry, I couldn't help that. That just came out. Mirror adapter. Literally, it's like a little piece of metal about so big that goes onto your upright thread.
But you need
that you need, and then you clip your mirror into it. £49.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's about $7 for the full set for the mirrors and the little attachments and stuff. It's about £700 to get out your bike.
So they're the ones that change them from like Hondas to Yamaha or whatever.
Well, yeah, you need some kind of. It's like a fitting kit for your bike, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, what Andy might or Dave might correct me on this. I think it's Honda and Suzuki are the same, and Yamaha are left and right thread. One way or the other. It's like one of the Japanese models has got a different thread. It's left and right, as opposed to you know, like you grab your mirrors and tighten them. Normally on it's just like a standard right hand thread, but on one of the bikes, it's a left hand thread.
My Yamaha, both of them are the same.
Yeah, but they're both right-hand thread. So the Yamaha, so whichever one it is, like I say, you need the adapters if you're buying certain mirrors. Probably the Honda. I say it probably is the Honda, being as it's a Grom and it's bought.
I'm just amazed by this Rizoma site.
Yeah.
Grips, not even heated grips. €129.
Yeah.
A bit of rubber. And that's not to mention the exhausts and the carbon, all the carbon bits and that he gets for them as well. So I would say on the Grom, he's probably spent the same again as to what he paid for it.
It's 3 times what he paid for it. He's got titanium headers and downpipes, you know, titanium exhaust going into the Caprovic silencers and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Suspensions uprated. All the carbon fibre he puts on it, the mirrors he puts on it.
Has he forgot it's a 125?
No, he knows exactly it's a 125.
He's forgot what his resale value is. Bimbleboy Blues just got back and said it's Yamaha scale. I knew one of them was, like I say, it's just a different thread to every other bike out there. It's just one of them things.
Right, I'm going to make a move, gents, because I've got to be up early and drive to fucking Manchester for this exam tomorrow. So, I shall see you all soon.
Okay, Kev.
Take care. See you, fellas.
Take care, buddy.
Good luck with your test.
Oh, I'll fail. It's fine. I've come to terms with that fact. Yeah, I'm expecting to fail it. Fully expecting to fail it. So, yeah. See you later, gents.
You know, you say it's an open book. Why don't you just hand in the book with your name written on it?
Well, you should do. Actually, here you go. Yeah, there's my 6 books. The answers are in there somewhere. So, yeah, it'll be fun. Right, anyway, I'll see you later, gents.
See you later.
I think it's time to text Weggy and tell him to take it off there. Weggy, wake up.
Yeah, wake up, Weggy.
I'm giving up looking at that site now. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
You know when you go on eBay and you see Chinese LED indicators for £3 each, or £3 a pair? You go on that site and you see LED indicators for £50 each.
Yeah.
The point is, they must be people out there buying that because they wouldn't make it if they weren't making a living out of it, would they?
People who have got enough money to do it.
Yeah.
People, I tell you what they are. They're weekend bikers.
Yeah.
What you know, like they're talking about, like the bankers and things like that, who basically just go on there and can afford to put whatever they want on whatever bike, you know.
Yeah, but if somebody pulled up on a bike with these wing mirrors on at £600, would we know? Oh, he's got those wing mirrors on.
No, nobody would fucking notice, would they?
No.
Nobody would notice.
No, I would never clue.
Yeah.
I'd hang my helmet on them. Don't need a helmet hook. I've got.
Yeah.
I got a £300 hook on my bike. Yeah.
Yeah. Titanium.
Fuck you, society.
Has anybody heard anything from Andy? What he's up to or whatever?
No.
Not heard a thing, no. Mind you, I've not been. I mean, normally I'm on the internet non-stop, and I've just not been.
He's just posted a video about changing the oil and oil filter on his MT-09, hasn't he?
Yeah, that was 4 or 5 days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's before I went on holiday, so yeah, that one. But,
He might be having a break. We don't know how stressful his new job is.
I hope it's very stressful.
Yeah.
Not attending an hangout when I've got the balls to. I've been trying to get into these hangouts now for the past 3 weeks, and something's gone wrong every time. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, something's gone wrong every single time. Right, well, I'm going to say, do you want me to text Weggy and tell him to take it off here? See this motorbike community? Can you see what's happening? We know each other. In real life. Yeah, in real life, we know each other.
I don't know who he is or what he's seen.
His real name's Martin.
Thing is, even when I do know what real people's name is, I always keep calling them by this channel name, don't I, Skeggy?
Yeah.
I can't get out of habit sometimes.
Well, I often
it's different with Skeggy, though, isn't it? You know, because when you call Tarquin in real life, you don't want people. His real name is Tarquin.
It's the same for Calm, because we all know that he likes being called Richard because he doesn't want people to know his real name. He's Slarty Bardfast.
That's true.
And the weird thing about you is, like, we all go, Dave, 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 and your name's not Dave at all.
It's
That's
Rita.
right. The only reason why it was Dave, if you remember, is because Camp Motorhead was named Dave, and we all used to shout, Dave, Dave, at him, and he used to shout it back. Now, for some reason, it's stuck on me.
I thought that it was with you, as far as I was concerned. I always thought that, well, his name is Winston, so maybe he wants to get away from that.
It's true.
Yeah.
The weirdest one of all is Suffolk Andy, because that is his real name.
Yes.
As in, his first name is Suffolk.
Yeah.
And his last name is Andy.
It's true.
Tarquin is his middle name, but we don't mention that because it
my middle name is Horatio.
Ah, of course.
Well, the funny thing is, my middle name's Dave.
Tarquin Dave Skeg.
Dave. Oh dear. Whereas Dave's middle name is Algernon. Algernon.
Well, Keith has 11 names, doesn't he? I believe it.
Yeah.
It was the Derby City squad of 1983. And he's got them all, hasn't he? It's true, isn't it, Keith?
It is indeed, yes.
Just tell us them then.
He hasn't got 13 fingers in before.
He's never been able to remember.
Well, if my father had asked me, I think my name would have been Frank, because his name was Frank. His father's name was Frank. His father's name was Frank. His father before that was Frank, and I think his father before that was Frank.
But to be fair, your middle name.
Frankly,
Frank.
Everybody got fed up of calling everybody Frank.
So I think my mother got fed up of Frank. She thought, Frank, we're not having Frank.
And you would have had to sit around on the back garden with your bollocks hanging out your shorts.
Yeah.
Which he still does.
He still
Keith uses the front garden.
still do that.
Can I just say to the viewers, please be aware that Weggy's been texted, so we may go off air at any moment without any warning. So we'll say goodbye now.
Yeah, well, goodbye now, yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
You might have fell asleep, so we might be here a while.
I don't know, it looked pretty rough. This might never end.
Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
When you say Weggy, his name wasn't his name half of the names out of the Harry Potter books.
Well, I've never read a book.
I've never read the book either.
I can't read anyway.
Well, if I got my art, when I do read a book, I think this would make a good film. This would.
Oh, I always think it's good as a film.
I'm sure Weggy's name is Hermione Dumbledore.
It's always tricky with a book, isn't it, though? Because you never know whether which are the bubbles that are speech and which are thought.
Yeah, I think if his name were Armani, I'd fuck him in a second.
The ones that look like a little.
Sorry, thoughts in the end. Thoughts in the end. Yeah.
Calm.
Stay there.
Right, hold on. I'm going for a pee. I'll be back in 3.
All right.
In those little books you're talking about, Calm, what you're looking for is whether it looks like a little fluffy cloud or a nice straight round line. If it's a little fluffy cloud, that's a thought.
What's the thought called? Amy in a book. You write a book. What's the thought in the book?
Thought?
Yeah. You've got a name. You come out with all this crap.
Just when you think about
Yeah.
something.
What's it called in the
How
book?
to confuse someone in one easy sentence.
Okay, she's looking for fucking booze now, and she's a fucking she's a trainee author, so I don't know what the hell we're gonna look at me like I was fucking stupid.
You know when you asked her in a book, why don't you substitute in a book with in a comic book? To see what they call
Comic book. What's that called when you get them little round things with the
Bubbles?
yeah.
Just...
Oh god, and you're going to college to learn to be an author. God.
You don't
You're useless.
Huh?
Huh?
We don't learn about comic
Oh, you don't write comic books, you write novels. Okay.
That's a bit old-fashioned, isn't it? Words.
Yeah.
Don't use them anymore, do we?
This one does. You just bloody type the bloody pages of it.
Typing, what is she in the 18th century?
Well,
I use
computer.
text to speech.
Yeah. You write something every day.
I just talk and it prints it out for me. That's why my spelling is looseless.
Well, I'll tell you what, she's actually done a poem, actually, the other week. She done a poem. Is that the biker's poem?
Yeah.
The biker's poem. That's all about a biker on his motorbike, and she's done a poem.
There once was a biker called Weggy.
Yeah, yeah.
I've done my line, your turn.
It was rather saggy.
But his whole mum would say, maybe one day.
I'll go down to meet my mate Skeggy. Hey!
Hey! There you go.
Hey.
Tarquin, yeah. I don't think he's going to come back, is he? Weggy, is he? He's not coming back.
I don't think so.
It's going to be live all night, isn't it?
Mm.
It could be the longest hangout in history.
Whoever leaves last has to wait for Weggy.
He's got to go a little bit because I think me and Dave. Yeah, we were on. We started our hangout at 8 o'clock, and I think we finished it at 5:30 the next morning.
Oh, no. Lucky hell, man.
Did you have any topics?
We had lots of topics and a few Snickers and Mars bar here and there.
Well, you typing again, are you?
Yeah.
No, she's still typing away over there.
Ask her to read it out and we'll critique it.
Yeah, you got to read it out now.
And we'll criticise it as well.
No.
No.
Go on then. Get it printed then. Yeah, she's studying creative writing, is it?
Yeah.
And English literature.
English language.
Oh, English language.
And psychology.
And psychology.
And media.
And media.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the sort of exciting stuff.
Bye,
Right,
everybody.
Bye, everybody. Weggy's going to count you.
Oh,
Has
has he done it yet?
Bye.